Nikki spills that Netflix refused to renew the Sussex's deal in 2 years as found out Harry filed divorce paper. ALISON BOSHOFF reveals how Meghan wants to escape Harry's victim narrative and lead with love, while he wants to be seen as a global philanthropist. For a couple who've so noisily prided themselves on their unbreakable togetherness, Meghan and Harry have been frequently, confoundingly separate of late. In the space of just over a week in which they made several high-profile public appearances, the pair have been together just the once at a Beyoncé concert last Friday in Los Angeles. Meghan's mother Doria came along too, and Harry veered between dancing enthusiastically and looking bored rigid. Other appearances for the couple, however, were very strictly on a solo basis. Some claim the couple's 5-year marriage is heading for the divorce courts, fueled by Meghan's habit of removing her engagement and eternity rings as she did on Monday at the concert. One Los Angeles source with a senior media position in Hollywood tells Alison it's 100% over, that's what I hear, and I've been hearing it for months. Another says Netflix aren't likely to renew their deal in 2 years, for the simple reason they don't expect them to be a couple by that point. Speaking to friends of Meghan and by examining the couple's financial dealings, we can reveal the new buzz phrase for the Montecito 2 is brand separation. Nikki, the branding culture expert and friend of the Duchess dating from the period before she met Harry, casts light on what Lilling's presence reveals, and unpicks what brand separation means in practice. Ede says, the first way to do that is to allow Meghan to get away from the victim narrative and away from Harry so people can see who she is. She's got to find a way to blame Harry for her estrangement from her father at the very least. Perhaps she can blame her siblings and continue to keep them at arm's length. Meghan needs to forget about being a duchess and forget about good works. She's been isolated in Montecito and hiding away. How is Meghan going to get away from the victim narrative? While Harry was more direct and whiny about being a victim, she also used the victim narrative in relation to the royal family. They were discriminatory, unconscious bias. They made her wear beige. They wouldn't get her mental help. They were mean. Kate made her cry. She didn't get the tiara that she wanted, etc. She's left it too late now. Had she tried this pre-Jubilee, she may have managed, but she's shown her true colours and the media turned on her. She's a laughingstock. If they'd done this before Oprah, they had the world at their feet. Too bad they were too petty, spiteful, greedy and impatient. They sold out their family for a quick buck and tarnished their own reputations while they were at it. They should have stayed quiet and classy, been more humble and lived within their means. Then built their brand slowly and more. They would have had a lot more fans and there would still be bridges to their family and the royal connections would still provide a safety net. They were too short-sighted. Meghan's so full of herself. She thought she could keep Harry from filing divorce by using a worn-out appeal tactics that had always floated his boat. Plus keeping him medicated. We all saw it at the Beyoncé concert when she threw her arms around his neck in the skybox. He humoured her for a moment and then backed off. She's milking it for as long as she can, even though Harry already filed for divorce. He's likely being accommodating, letting her try to secure work on her own before getting nothing much in divorce.